Let's move on to Bitcoin, shall we? That's a virtual
Bitcoin
currency.
has now almost overtaken
All-time
gold.
high this week of $900. Now, at its peak, if you had have invested $1,000 a year in a passive...
Everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Monday. How's everybody doing? It is Labor Day here in the United States. For those in the US, hope you had the day off. For those around the world, happy Monday or even Tuesday morning to you. Like Blue Horseshoe, good morning to you. How's everybody doing? Dogecoin, just under 9.8 cents right here on the chart. And this white line is my September price prediction line, and we're right there. We're right where I thought Dogecoin would be on this 2nd of September 2024. So starting the month off as predicted, except for the dip yesterday was a little dippier than I thought. So yeah, Doge down here about 9.4. Great buying opportunity for those looking for dips. And I know some of you are bears and looking for Doge to drop further. Will it? I don't know. I think this is very strong support here. And I'm not envisioning Dogecoin dropping further. Bitcoin is at 58.4. It dropped down here to 57.2, and I will show you why Bitcoin hit 57.2. Because there's always a reason. The numbers are not arbitrary. They're not arbitrary. So we'll get into that in a little bit as well. Ethereum is making a good comeback here. Up back over 2,500. So ETH had a big run early this morning, and the other one had a nice comeback is Algorand. Algorand back about 1,240 from being down in the 11s yesterday. So there are some good movers. Harmony One up quite a bit today, and what was the other one that I saw? Yeah, Aave. Aave had a nice run up here earlier this afternoon. So there are some coins moving more than others. But for the most part, Bitcoin kind of leads the way. So as long as Bitcoin's in the green, most other cryptos are also in the green, except for Cardano. But Cardano is what it is, right? Even with the Chang hard fork upgrade, it just can't help itself. Poor Cardano. But Cardano will probably have its day. It's just not today. It's not today. So let me drop down here in the corner. We get the charts and the news nice and big. And let's take a look at what is going on. We have CoinMarketCap, Doge is number 8, very solidly number 8, $14.2 billion here. Still well below XRP, and Tron is still about $1 billion less than Doge. Toncoin got a new logo here on CoinMarketCap. Good for Toncoin, but still struggling. Of course, Cardano is struggling as well. So we have a lot of that going on. Overall, our CRISPEX DCA portfolio is holding strong at 17,362. So despite the big dip, we are still up over 55% in 1 year. So not bad. Could be better, but 55% in a year, I'll take it because the big moves haven't even happened yet, which I'm going to show you in a little bit on the Dogecoin monthly returns. You will see what is possible for Dogecoin and what Dogecoin can do despite Bitcoin. Very interesting stuff, which I probably should have had in my September monthly price prediction video. I probably should have had this, but I didn't look at it until today. And it was like, well, today, anyway, that's what we got. 17.3. If you want to know more about this Kriss DCA portfolio, leave a question in the chat and we will talk about it. If you're new to the channel, you haven't heard me talk about it before, that is our Kriss YouTube channel portfolio, and it has 75,000 Dogecoin in it that I'm going to be giving away. So, if you have any questions about that, but you have to join the channel to get that Doge. Crypto bubbles overall, Ordi is up. We talked about Avi. Uniswap is up. Sats recovering. It had a big drop before. Dogs is the big loser. And IMX, which had gone on a big run there at the end of August, is retracing a bit, as well as SUI. So that's kind of overall what's going on. Doge just hanging out. Just hanging out. Kind of in the middle of everything right now, which isn't bad. That's not bad. So what do we got? The big picture, right, is, of course, is Dogecoin going to go on a big run? That's the thing. Is the comeback really going to be this, which is a big run for Dogecoin? And again, I'll get to the monthly returns in a couple of minutes, but this is another view of what we have been showing for months and months and months about what is possible in this bull market for Dogecoin. Again, looking back here at 2016 into 2017, there was a touch of support, a first low and a second low before Doge's price took off. Same thing happened 2020 into 2021. We had a touch on support. We had a first low and a second low before it took off. And guess what we got now? The last touch on support, we had a first low, and now we just had our second low. Could this be forming this breakout? Now, this is a monthly chart. It's a monthly chart, so we could still be a couple months away from that. Typically, when there's a breakout, it starts slow and then it takes off. So it could start slow and then take off. That is how Dogecoin trades. Subway Footlong. Thank you for the super chat. Quit my job for a girl and now selling crypto to pay bills. For a girl. You did it for a girl. Well, good for you. Girls aren't bad. They're not bad. Just don't get rid of all the crypto. You got to keep a little bit just in case. Just in case. But good for you. Okay, let's check in here in the chat. What's going on? Blue Horseshoe, hi. Hey, Rocky. Pietro, howdy. Joshua, happy Labor Day to you too. You're trying very hard not to look at prices. Yes, A-Star, happy Labor Day to you. I did have the day off, yes. I actually took my car to one of those car wash interior cleaner places because it had been quite a while and got it all detailed. Car, very nice. Very nice now. That was my big thing this morning, was maintaining the car. You got to do that. Folks bought the dip. 100,000 more Doge. Starting to get up closer to 2 million. Very good. Is it true BTC prices always drop after Fed cuts? No, it's not. It's not always true. Again, you're going back to a time when the last rate cuts happened were before and during pandemic, which was a weird time. So, but it's not always true. People are going to make narratives however they are. Many are going to say, oh, it's all priced in already. Is it really? I mean, the rate cuts are going to happen and the markets are going to react still. So anyway, as a reminder to everyone to smash the likes, join the channel. Thank you very much. At least subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, at least subscribe and join. That's always good too. Get your name in green here in the chat. Get to use some great emojis. And you're eligible to get free Dogecoin from me for joining. But if you do subscribe, make sure you hit your notifications, turn them all on for the live screen so you get those notifications that Kriss is live. If you're watching this on the video replay, you missed the live, meaning you can't ask questions in the chat. Because I talk to all you guys and we have a good time. And on Fridays, we have AMAs and we go totally off crypto. Well, we have crypto and then we go and talk about other stuff too. So Banana Zone. Well, this would be the Banana Zone TNT right here. What's on this chart? This would be the Banana Zone. Now, is this October, November? Is that when we start to see this run? Or is it going to be maybe January 2025? That's what happened in 2021. It was January when that first big run happened, followed by April, the second big run. And I'll show you those monthly returns in just a minute. But that's Dogecoin's Banana Zone. And just because Dogecoin goes on a Banana Zone may not be other coins going on a Banana Zone, which is my key point here on this comeback that we'll be talking about today. Howdy, Toss. How are you? Woman has always been the fall of man. Yeah, but it's fun though, isn't it? Isn't it fun? Leave the car door open. Yeah. I think they were using pretty mild stuff. That's for sure. Got back from Brewster. Nice week down the Cape. Perfect week weather-wise. Yeah, late August is the best on the Cape. It's absolutely the best because you get those cool evenings. Most of the hordes of the tourists are already gone. And the weather is much more calmer. In July and usually the first week of August, you get those occasional storms. But end of August is beautiful. Best time on the Cape. And especially if you're like off of Falmouth, like the water temperature is like 78 degrees. It's like so nice. Yeah, Cape is a lot of fun. Mid to late August. Highly recommend it. All right. When will bears go into hibernation? Yeah, that's coming up. Again, we're looking at this chart here from Trader Allen, and that could be coming. You didn't get a notice? Make sure on your notifications, you hit that little down arrow on notifications and make sure it's selected to all. That's what you should make sure. So, 9.7 broken. Here we go. Women can't live with them, can't live without them. And yes, it is fun. And she loved the money. Yes, she did. And of course, if you've got Dogecoin and a big bag of Doge and it takes off, girls want to know about that. We have Vision Pulsed, our friend Vision Pulsed, always very positive. Looking at it a little bit different here. Dogecoin bull market has been different lengths, even with different bottoms. But what if we use a control variable like the Bitcoin bottoms? And we take a look. History would suggest the Doge parabolic bull run is the next and final phase. Once we finish this correction, should last from around November to March of 2025. So this is a little bit left translated from 2021 is what our friend Vision Pulsed is looking at here. And we're looking at a Bitcoin bottom. Uh, 118 bars passed. And then we have that run of 35 bars. And this is what we've talked about with Dogecoin. When Dogecoin goes on runs, they're very short in time. And so that is when you need to make sure you have your bag of Dogecoin. This one in 2017 was 35 weeks. 35 weeks of up. There was a pullback, but then continued on up to the end of 2017. But look at 2021's. It's only 18 weeks. That whole run up was only 18 weeks. Before it, it was not only the 105 week of sideways trading, 2019 into most of 2020 there, but then before that, you had the fall back from 2017's high, and that's about 50 weeks, so like 150 weeks of down or sideways in order to enjoy 18 weeks of a run-up. That's how Dogecoin trades. And that's why I wanted to show this chart, because I've been talking about it, but this chart really shows it. And then what did we have here? From May of 2021, essentially to November, there's like 50 weeks. Is that right? 40 weeks. And then we've had 108 weeks since then, where we had a mini run here, February, March, but it has pulled back most of that run now. So could this be the trigger coming up that's going to be this next big run? That's the big run that's going to come. My friend Tony is here. I think the bleeding is mostly done here. So we'll take a look at that though. But yeah, Vision Pulsed is he's mostly bullish all the time, but does give some good info. So this was Vision Pulsed. So where do we go? I mean, it's about Elon Musk again. I talked about it in this morning's video, and we'll talk about it here too, because the comeback is most likely going to be spurred by Elon. And I'm not talking about just following Bitcoin, but exceeding Bitcoin and really taking off. So I talked about this the other day in my video, because this was a very interesting response that Elon had to Sir Doge of the coin. And that was about the country of Brazil freezing Starlink's bank accounts. And so Sir Doge said, Dogecoin fixes this. And Elon said, you make a good point. So Elon is like, of course, if you have people pay in Doge, you don't have to worry about the banks. Again, just another thing that's like, Elon, come on. Let's get that Dogecoin integration going. Not only for X, but you can do it for Starlink too. Have people pay in Doge. So yeah, that's huge. And then we've got, of course, the Tesla merch thing we talked about the other day. Who else wants Tesla to bring back the Dogecoin payment option for merch? And Elon says me. Elon says me. So it's like, okay, Elon, let's go. Let's do it. Come on. That'll be a comeback. And how does it work? It's not banks. Before Dogecoin, your money in the bank, and then your intermediaries, however you pay, PayPal, Venmo, Western Union, Visa, MasterCard, right? What do you use, right? But that just goes to another bank. And sometimes even goes through a third bank to get to the other person's bank or the other business's bank. So it could touch multiple banks before it actually gets in the hands of the other person. For Dogecoin, well, if you set it up right, like Williamsburg Pizza, for instance, or Tesla, and how Tesla had it for merch, it's you directly on the Dogecoin network to the other person or the other business. No banks. No banks. Now, if you go through BitPay, like AMC Movies, you're going through a third party, an intermediary, but it doesn't have to be the banks. Now, if the person on the other side wants to not accept crypto and make it in cash, they have the choice to do that on their end of BitPay. So not as great. I mean, it's still you spending your Doge for something, but on the other end, they aren't necessarily accepting the Doge. But how Williamsburg Pizza does it is they have a Doge console, and you type in your order and you put your phone up to it, and the Doge just transfers directly to their wallet. And that's how Tesla worked for the merch that they had. When I bought this cyber whistle here, which is my cyber whistle right here, this is what I did. Dogecoin directly from my wallet to Tesla's wallet. No intermediary, no bank. And got a cool cyber whistle out of it. Very cool. So that just shows you how simple it can be. Now, for some companies who don't have the technical ability to do like a custom console or something like Williamsburg Pizza, well, Tim Stebbing, one of the Dogecoin devs, has been working on the Doge box. So he built GigaWallet, fully open source. It's a free Dogecoin payment gateway, easy entry point for any business that wants to integrate Doge. So that's GigaWallet's out. But now they're weeks away from launching the Doge box, which is a drop-in platform for building solutions on top of the Dogecoin blockchain. So that's what they've been working on, the foundation. And that was based on first Elon sort of challenging them, but also they understand that in order to integrate Doge, they have to get all of this working for businesses to be able to accept Dogecoin. Let's say Shopify. Shopify, it would work best if Shopify was using GigaWallet integrated into Shopify directly. So the Doge just goes from wallet to wallet. There's no banks, no intermediaries. Because there's fees on top of that if you have intermediaries. So that's the cheapest way and the best way, direct. And why do I spend so much time on this when I'm talking about a comeback? It's because this is the integration we're waiting for. This is the kind of thing that can get more and more businesses adopting Dogecoin, acceptance of Dogecoin as currency. So Newslight has this article, Dogecoin's success depends on Bitcoin. Well, it does and it doesn't. So there's different things that happen between Doge and Bitcoin. And this chart down here says, for the most part, Dogecoin and Bitcoin trades on a one-to-one basis. And this is looking back for about the last 5 or 6 months here. We had the big dip in June. Dogecoin dipped much harder than Bitcoin. And that's typically what we see, right? And I've talked about that, is on the dips, Doge generally dips more than Bitcoin. But then Dogecoin then follows Bitcoin again. And then there's the next dip. This one was July 4th. Again, Bitcoin went down, Dogecoin went down harder. Now the one on August 5th, down here when Doge dropped, Bitcoin was dropping at the same time. So the difference wasn't that much. But still, Bitcoin is trading better than Dogecoin. But this can turn around and Doge can outperform Bitcoin. And that's what we're waiting to see, is that turnaround to happen, which we saw back in February, March of this year. That's the last time we saw a real significant gain of Doge over Bitcoin, but it faded away. And we can see that if we come and look at the Doge Bitcoin trading pair, which is here right now at about 16.7, again, kind of just barcoding sideways here, but we come out to the daily and we can look and we can see and zoom out and we can see what happened back here. This is February into March. Dogecoin took off in price against Bitcoin. Did it at the beginning of March and then again at the end of March. And this is when Dogecoin actually went up to 22 cents. It outperformed Bitcoin. But since then, the Doge BTC trading pair has bled away almost all the way back to where the Doge BTC relationship was in February. It's right back there. So despite these big jumps that Dogecoin had, it's settled all the way back against Bitcoin, which means there'll be another one of these. And at those times, that next one, how big is it going to be? And will you start maybe taking a little profits, little Dogecoin profits? Because we weren't taking profits when Doge was at 22 because we thought it was going to go higher. And it turned around and didn't. And of course, we can look back to May of last year and it's even more so. So there's that. Dogecoin poised for breathtaking rebound after cleansing correction. So mentioned this on the video this morning. Ali and his chart, the TV indicator was flashing a buy signal yesterday. Big buy signal as Dogecoin hit 9.4 cents. Huge buy signal there. And Dogecoin has responded by going up. And we see that on the daily, we see Doge having a nice green candle recovery here off of that buy signal. And we zoom into the 4-hour chart and we see Dogecoin's recovery even better. And Dogecoin, and now for those just joining, Doge has retraced back up to my September price prediction line, which is this white line here. So if you didn't see my September price prediction video I did yesterday, well, you should watch that, which shows my guess for the entire month of September. And on day 2, we're right there. We're right where I thought Doge would be. There was just a little bit more of a dip in Dogecoin's price than I thought, but Doge has recovered back. So that's what we see for Doge. So nice, over 9.8 cents. Let's go. All right. So is Dogecoin go to the title here. Dogecoin gears up for epic comeback. So the word of the day is comeback. Comeback. And what would that comeback be based on? Well, we talked about Elon Musk and all of those things, right? That would certainly help. But what have we seen from the past? And we've seen Doge time. And what do I mean by Doge time? Well, in my September price prediction video that I made yesterday, I did not call up the previous Dogecoin monthly prices. I was showing the Bitcoin monthly returns. And the Bitcoin monthly returns for September are generally down about 4% on average, with like 6 out of the last 7 years, the month of September has been negative for Bitcoin. We look at Dogecoin's chart, and what do we see? Yeah, pretty similar, except in 2018, Doge actually went up 25%, where in 2018, Bitcoin went down 5%. So there was a difference there between Doge and Bitcoin. Again, Bitcoin went down 5.5% in 2018, while Dogecoin went up 25%. But for those that say Dogecoin only follows Bitcoin, I want to point you to 2021. And what happened in 2021? Well, we can look at Bitcoin's chart and we can say in 2021, in April, Bitcoin was down 2%. The month of April 2021, Bitcoin was down 2%. What do you think Dogecoin did in the month of April 2021? Again, Bitcoin went down 2%. So Bitcoin was going down. What was Dogecoin doing? April 2021. Dogecoin went up 546%. 546%. That's the God candle there we had in April. But that wasn't the only one. We had this one back here in January, 711%. 711%. Dogecoin went up. What did Bitcoin do in January? 14%. Rather modest. So this is just to show you that Dogecoin has the ability to totally break out compared to Bitcoin. And that is what we're waiting for, are those huge runs. And then what happens after those runs? Well, we saw in May of 2021, Bitcoin went down 35%. Bitcoin dropped because of Chinese banning Bitcoin mining again. But that was a big one because they were actually seeking out the miners and taking all their mining rigs. So that was big. But then that's when Elon suspended acceptance of Bitcoin for Tesla cars. And so Bitcoin went down 35% in May. What did Dogecoin do? May, it only went down 3.5%. Because it was still holding on from the beginning. Yet that big run it was still on all the way up to 73 cents, which it hit on May 7th. So again, Bitcoin doesn't, or Dogecoin doesn't always follow Bitcoin. We do have, for the most part, we have this sort of, evenness when there aren't things going on. Dogecoin will generally follow Bitcoin very close to a 1-to-1 ratio. But then on the dips, Dogecoin dips harder. So what we need is that big run to happen, sort of like this, where Bitcoin could just keep doing its thing and Dogecoin just takes off. That's what we're waiting for. That's the comeback. And that's why you don't want to sell your Dogecoin. This hasn't happened yet this cycle. Again, looking at Vision Pulse, we had 35 bars back in 2017. We only had 18 bars from the end of 2020 till May 7th of 2021 was only 18 weeks. Those are the weeks you need to be in Dogecoin. The rest of this time, it's sideways or down. Vision Pulse is saying to him, this looks like this run is going to be coming up. Again, not today, not tomorrow, but like in the next couple months, he thinks this is going to run. That's the spike. Yep, that's the spike we're waiting for. And Doge has the ability to do it. It's done it before. And not only in 2021, but let's look back at 2017. Up 124% in April, followed by up 256% in May. I mean, this is like Doge doubling in price and then almost tripling in price the next month. And by the end of the year, December, it went up 330%. More than triple in price. Those are the God candles that can happen. Now, February, March this year, Doge went up 50% in February and 87% in March. But since then, down 40% in April. May actually recovered up almost 20%, but down 22% in June. July kind of even down a little bit, August down, and September has started down, but now is turning around and could actually end up being a green month, which was what my prediction was, that Dogecoin September will be slightly green. Meanwhile, what's happening outside of crypto in the economy, because this is important. Unusual Whale says 30% of Americans have cut their spending due to concerns on the economy. And that 67% of the survey respondents lost sleep over their financial situation. I've been talking about the United States being in a recession. We've had recessions in many other countries. I think the United States has already had its recession. It is still kind of in the waning part of it. The US government has been fudging the numbers, so they're not officially registered as a recession. And the Biden administration kind of redefined what a recession is as well to make it so that no one can say that there was an official recession during Biden's administration. But we all know how much things cost, how much inflation there's been, prices going up, our wages not keeping up, and there's a lot of people hurting financially. So that's mostly outside of our crypto bubble. But meanwhile, in our crypto bubble, there's 172,000 individuals that hold over $1 million worth of crypto assets, nearly double from just 1 year ago. $1 million worth of crypto. These are people that are staying up at night, worrying about finances. Unless you're over leveraged in your crypto holdings and your $1 million of crypto is all at leverage, and if there's a huge dip, you're going to get wiped out. You don't do that, right? Don't do that. because this is what we saw Bitcoin do. Again, why did Bitcoin drop so much here? What was this big drop we had on Sunday? And why did Bitcoin come all the way down to 57,200? Well, you know, because I talk about this every live stream and in many of my videos. So you already know what the answer is. Leverage liquidations. It's about liquidations. This is not people selling their Bitcoin, guys. There was no selling of individual holders of their Bitcoin here yesterday. That's not what this is. These are the market makers. They move the price down. They've got a ton of coins on their own. They sell them. They rebuy them. They dump the market down in order to take out leverage. And what was at 57,200? Well, we go to our handy dandy leverage page here, the liquidation page of CoinGlass. And we come down here to real-time liquidations. Oh, look, there was just a $200,000 Dogecoin short that just got squeezed out. Look at that. Squeeze those shorts. A Dogecoin $200,000 short just got liquidated. Awesome. Love it. Let's go. But what happened yesterday? Well, let's scroll down. If I got something to show you. And you know I watch these things because it's not a coincidence. We scroll down past this morning. We go to yesterday and we look right here. This BTC USDT pair on Binance. This was a $10 million trade. And that $10 million trade had a leveraged liquidation price of 57,272. 57,272. So guess what happened? Bitcoin dumped to 57,200. It's not a coincidence, guys. This is flushing out big leveraged trades. And that $10 million leveraged trade was right there. That's what it was. This isn't people dumping their Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price is now all the way back up where it was yesterday afternoon. Just like that. This is the chop that we've had all summer long. And the chop goes up and down, taking out the leverage longs and then taking out the leverage shorts. Again and again and again. And for the most part, the trend for the summer has been down in order to grab more of those lower leveraged longs. That's what it's been about. Now, let's go get those shorts. That's what I say. Let's go. Look, see that spike that just happened in Dogecoin right there? That just went up to grab that short, $200,000 short. Just got liquidated right there. That's the games they play. So that's what's going on, guys. Are we ready for a comeback? Are we ready for Doge to go on the big run? Let me catch up in the chat. What are you guys doing? It looks like a lot of fun's going on here. Hey, Toss, how are you? Great AMA, last live. Wolfenstein was a classic. Yep. SimCity. Yes, I played some SimCity, and then I did Sim Towers because I'm more of an architect, not really a city planner. And when Sim Tower came out, that was my game. Sim Tower. It's all about the elevators, in the building and getting people up and down. That was the trick to Sim Tower. So I love that game. That was a good game. Yeah, so we do, during live streams on Fridays, we have AMAs and we cover crypto for like the first hour, and then we have free time to talk about whatever is on your mind. So join in Friday live streams. They are a lot of fun. When O-Face, Miyu says, well, I can tell you when. When's this going to happen? You tell me, when is this going to happen? And then I'll give you a big O-Face. Folks, been watching Vision Pulse. Hi, YT, it's Palm Prox David. Oh, and then goodbye. Okay. A-Star, watch your September video. I agree. The way Doge has been trading suggests another sideways September. 11 cents for Doge is undervalued. Shame. Yes, it is. And again, it's all this damn leverage that has been keeping these crypto prices suppressed. Hey, Davey, if Doge goes to $1 and you just use Doge to buy goods and services and not sell, how does that work with taxes? Well, you have. It works as a sale. So if you use Dogecoin to buy something like a cyber whistle, for instance, it's the same thing as a sale. So that's one thing that crypto doesn't have is it's not a currency. So because it's not a currency and instead it is a commodity, when you either trade it, sell it, or use it to buy something, which essentially is kind of trading, you do have to pay a capital gains tax on the profit of that Dogecoin. Yes. So you have to keep good records of your Doge, particularly when you're using it to buy things, because you've got to log what the price is of Doge at the time you make those purchases. And that's on you to do because no one's going to do it for you. Yep, that's the utility we need. Exactly. And Elon can do it. There are others who will do it, but they'll be small. If Elon does it, then there'll be a lot more piling on, and then it'll be huge. Hey, KB. Yep. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 4 o'clock. I'm here. If I can't make it for a certain reason, I let you guys know. And then if we get the God candle starting, and they happen on a day or night other than Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'll be on too. You can count on it, which is why you need to be subscribed and why you need to have all of your notifications on. Because that's going to happen. It's coming. Tony's going to buy some at 6 cents. Well, if you've got a bunch of Tether sitting there, I hope you enjoy your Tether because it'll still be sitting there. Happy Labor Day to you, KB. Ron from the Philippines. Good morning to you. Hope you have a nice little coffee. I'm drinking a beer because it's almost 5 o'clock here. So why not, right? But enjoy your morning coffee. Or tea, if that's what you prefer. Maybe when I get to Bangkok, might be better news with crypto and Doge. Yeah, we'll see. Please come back, 22 cent Doge. 22 cent Doge would be awesome. Brian is all in on Doge. Damien, risk reward. That was my video this morning. Did you see my video this morning? It was a risk reward video. So I was comparing risk reward of Dogecoin. So if you didn't watch that video when the live stream is done, just go to my channel and watch it right there. Dogecoin, high risk, high reward. I covered all of that this morning. And then, of course, yesterday was my Dogecoin September price prediction video. And those are always good too. $11.7. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. Alts have been bleeding out, Tony. There's no doubt. I agree with that. Yep, it's been a tough summer. Dogecoin going from 22 cents all the way down below 10 cents here. That's pretty tough. Hope we get the spike by the time I get to Bangkok on Wednesday night. Extracurricular activities. Yeah, good luck in Bangkok there, right, Ron? Good luck. Credit card debt at record highs, savings at record lows. I mean, it's recessionary. There's no doubt. It's recessionary. Some's got to give. You're right. Problem with crypto now is at a flip of a switch, the money manipulators keep anything from getting too high. Right. But 2021 numbers can be hit, Ron. Retail trading. It's just retail piling in. That's what happened with Doge. And that can happen again. These green candles are nice, though. This is nice movement right here. Got a long ways to go, though. Hey, what's up, Bull Run? Welcome. Expect Bitcoin to dump to 56. Ton of leverage longs down there. Yeah, they could be, but there's more on the shorts up at 70,000, which I showed last week. Remember that heat map? Huge, huge shorts at 70,000. Eventually, they're going to want to take those out at 70K. Yeah, it depends on all the leverage. Exactly. Time to short Bitcoin 100x. Let's go. I'm not shorting. No way. What are my feelings with Jasmy? Yeah. Jasmy below 2 cents. Again, bleeding out from its big run that it had back in June. And it'll turn around. It'll go up with the rest of crypto. But eventually it's going to go on another big run on its own. Just like it did in June. That's going to happen. But yeah, this has been a tough sell-off for Jasmy. If we go to the 4-hour chart, you'll be able to see that's quite the sell-off. It's actually two runs. We had the high there June 7th over 4 cents, came all the way down to 2 cents, rallied back up to 3.2, and then just dropped. So again, up and down and chops since then. But that's the volatility of Jasmy. And you got to know that when you get into it. And my Jasmy was bought at 0.003, so I'm still way up on it, just not as much as I was up before. So waiting for that next big run, the real bull market run to happen. But meanwhile, we've got Doge making a really nice move right now, up to 992, 993, 994, 995. Let's go. So that's nice. We need more of that in September. Cheers, everybody, to green candles on the Dogecoin chart. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 green candles in a row on the 15-minute chart. So this is 2 hours now. 2 hours of green for Doge. That's nice. You didn't really follow Doge in 2021? Yeah, I mean, the market makers are always going after leverage. I think the leverage that's being used is a lot more now and a lot bigger. You've got a lot more heavy hitters. There was a lot more retail volatility back in 2020 and 2021. A lot more. It seems to me that in 2024, it's a lot more about the leverage. But retail will come, and we will see what Raoul Pal calls the banana zone. This isn't a bull market or a bear market, it's a monkey market. If it continues in November, all this dumping, I'm going to dump all the H bar and go all in leverage on Coinbase. Be careful with the leverage, run. Just be careful with it. How high will Dogecoin go? Well, G-Man, I'll just come back to Trader Allen. And if we use the fractal from 2020 into 2021, Dogecoin can come up to $5. I don't think Dogecoin's coming up to $5 this bull market. But one never knows. One never knows. If Elon is using Dogecoin directly on X, and you've got over 500 million people with direct access to Dogecoin using it for tips, for sending money back and forth, like peer-to-peer, using it to buy things. Like if this whole X payments, there's this whole Shopify integration where you can buy things directly and you can use Dogecoin to do that. Who knows? If anybody tells you for sure they know how high Dogecoin is going to go, they're guessing. No one knows. All we can talk about is, like I talked about on my video this morning, right? It's risk and reward, right? I can tell you what the risks are. I can also tell you what the rewards may be, and you make the decision whether you want to invest in this and you want to be part of this. We're having nice trading on Doge this afternoon, though. 15-minute chart looks good. I know. I'm keeping it zoomed in on purpose. Keep the good vibes going. Every time I zoom out, it's like, oh, yeah, right. It's not so good. We got a long ways to go. But zoomed in like this on the 15-minute chart, it's like, yeah, this looks pretty good. Let's keep doing this. For those just joining, this white line here is my September price prediction line, which then goes out into the future. Of course, I make a much generally straight line because I'm zoomed out when I make it. So I'll miss a lot of this volatility, but now we are above where my September price prediction would be generally for this date. So that's good. We like that. Doge keeps sinking further and further when BTC drops. It doesn't recover like BTC does. Correct. It doesn't recover like BTC does until, as Vision Pulse points out, until we have the epic Doge runs. Like we saw 2016 into 2017, we saw 2 huge Dogecoin runs. And then again, 2020 and then 2021, we saw 3 epic Doge runs. And those 3 runs happened in a span of 18 weeks. That's what we're waiting for, is that. Outside of those 18 weeks, Doge has done nothing except for March of this year. And that little spike that happened in October of 2022 when Elon bought Twitter. There was a spike in Doge, and Doge dropped almost all the way back down. So that's what you want to be watching for. Generally, yes, Bitcoin will outperform Doge, except when Doge goes on its runs. And that's when you want to be in Doge. I think it's just about time to do that rotation out of Bitcoin into Doge. Michael Vanderpop, a couple months ago, actually had a video where he sold most of his alts. I'm sorry, he sold most of his Bitcoin and he bought alts so that he could then sell alts at the top of the alt bull market and buy more Bitcoin back. He just did it too early. He should have waited until the end of the summer. And he's admitted it. He was too soon on it. He said, it's the right call, but I did it too soon. But that time is getting close. Particularly if you look at the Doge. Oh, we're almost to 10 cents. Look at that. When you look at the Doge BTC trading pair and you see zoomed out on the daily, you see how Dogecoin has fallen compared to Bitcoin. Well, this isn't going to last much longer, and then it's going to go back up. So it's getting very close to that time to sell your Bitcoin and buy Doge. That's right. You rotate from Bitcoin to Doge because you want to have your Doge for the big green candles up. Now, that's for a trader. For somebody who just wants a diversified portfolio, sure, have a bunch of Bitcoin, have a bunch of Dogecoin as well. It's a win-win. It's a win-win situation, Dogecoin and Bitcoin. But if you're a trader, eventually this Doge BTC pair is going to go back up. I know bull run, but it's fun to say. I'm not selling my Bitcoin either. I have both. And I'm not a trader. I'm not trading, doing the like what Vanderpop did. I'm not doing that. But for you traders out there, that's what you should watch for. Right now, though, let's go. Doge. Look at that. Doge is up 4.8%. Bitcoin's only up 3.3%. See, right now, Doge is outperforming Bitcoin. You can feel the FOMO. Wake me up when Dogecoin pumps. I go to nap now. Yeah, Tony. No doubt, it's been a long summer. It's been a long summer. Enrique says, Dogecoin to the moon. I'm with you. G-Man thinks $1.10. He thinks that's how high it's going. I think it's going to be like 90 cents. I think it's going to be a tough time getting to $1. So many people are going to be selling before it gets to $1. That's going to be really hard to get past. But as Volk says, when Doge starts running, It'll be talked about everywhere. People will FOMO in like crazy. That is what happened in 2021. That's exactly what happened. Everybody was talking about Doge. Even Mark Cuban went on the Ellen show to talk about Dogecoin. And it was just like, really? It's like, how much did he get paid by Robinhood to go on Ellen show and talk about buying Dogecoin on Robinhood? There was a deal there. It was so obvious. Rocky says, been waiting for Doge to moon. You've got a 16-cent average, a good amount. Well, buy more in the nines, you bring that average down if you can, and you believe. The rotator, exactly. Rotating. Bitcoin is your rock. Rocky would be happy with 90 cents. I would too. 90-cent Doge would be awesome. That's a 10x from here. Little under now with Doge at 993, but I'll take that. By the time Dogecoin got to 90 cents, I wouldn't have all my Dogecoin then. I probably would have already been taking some profits along the way. But that's just me. Oh yeah, I sold my Spell token. This was Low Roller. Low Roller is the one who still has Spell. I sold at 007. And now it's at like 005. Rolled it into Celestia. Celestia has been up and down, but I added to my Celestia bag and my Sui bag is what I did with Spell. But yeah, I booked profit on Spell. If we're looking at Spell token, here was Spell. Just because we can. Let's go daily chart. So this was my buy-in average 0005, but I sold it back at 0007. Where was that? I think it was after, no, it was later than that. I think it was up here in July. Spell went on this run up here and I sold right there. I sold right there. So I booked the profit on Spell right before it dumped. But I put it in Celestia and I'm down a little bit on that also. But yeah, I don't have Spell token anymore. So yeah, I don't have as much faith in Spell. Again, I mean, it was just up here at 10 cents. You buy it back in at 5. It could double going back up to 10. But I felt more confidence in Celestia. Just like you, Bull Run, right? You change your mind. You get out of something. You book a profit when you can. I'm glad I booked the profit up here at 007. And then you roll it into something else you think is going to outperform in the bull run. And we're not even in the bull run yet. It hasn't happened yet. I think they'll all do well. Actually, you just want to be on the horses that are going to outperform. You'll be out at 75 cents, happy. There are many meme coins. That's right, Rocky. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago with just this, the spread out of money and the competition among so many memes. But with Dogecoin and Doge as the OG meme coin, outside of our crypto bubble, Dogecoin is the only thing that people outside of us who are all into crypto know anything about as far as a meme coin. And so when Doge starts running, those retail traders will come back in for Doge. They don't know how to buy most of the meme tokens because you got to go in like Sushi Swap and Uniswap and or on like Jupiter for a Solana, meme. Most people don't know how to do that, and they're not going to know. They're not going to know. That's why Doge has the ability to have all that FOMO coming in. XRP is a stable coin, Enrique, and will continue to be a stable coin. Hey, Amar, how are you? How's life in Bletchley? Buy now, cry later. Kriss, are you a bear? I don't know. The time to buy was yesterday, 9.4. 9.4 cent Doge. 50-cent spell token. Yeah, I don't think so, Lorilla. Am I bullish for Doge? Yes. Tashkel, I told you last time. You just gotta stay tuned. I talk about this all the time. I did my September price prediction video yesterday. I did my price prediction for the year back in January. And we're going to talk about different levels of profit taking this fall. Although I've mentioned it a number of times, where my first level of profit taking is going to be just to take some off the table and book it. And we're going to talk about that more in the fall. It just, with Dogecoin under 10 cents, it doesn't make sense to start talking about when I'm going to take profits. So watch my video from yesterday on my September price prediction video right there on my channel. When the stream is done, go watch that. And then for just joining the stream now, you'll need to go back to near the beginning where I talked about these charts, because these are the important charts that we're waiting for. There's this chart from Trader Allen, and there's this chart from Vision Post. We went all through these charts. So we watched the stream. So I'm not going to say it all again. Yeah, see the crypto.com exchange. I mean, there are some retail traders there, but again, it's not like Robinhood and Coinbase. They're mostly like Robinhood, which is where a lot of the retail buying is going to be. When Doge is $1, the hype will be intense. Absolutely. I mean, that's going to be the same as like Bitcoin at 100K. When Bitcoin hits 100K, crypto is going to be out there everywhere. Everybody's going to be talking about crypto. When Doge gets to $1, it's going to be huge. No doubt. Doge is different from all of those other meme tokens. Those other memes, tough to get. You have to trade. Where Doge, you just go and you buy it. Exactly. And that's what we saw in that big run in 2021, is just a lot of people just buying Dogecoin. KuCoin swapping is not available anymore in New York State. Isn't Letitia great? Doge, Sheeb, and Pepe are the only memes I've been sticking with. I have those, and I also have Bonk. I've got some Bonk as well. Those are the four memes that I have. Bonk, Pepe, Sheeb, and Doge. And the Bonk, the Pepe, and the Sheeb, I will be selling 100% of in the bull market. Doge, Yeah, I don't know exactly what percentage. Maybe half. Depends on what the price is. Cheers, Zach. Happy Labor Day. September, bearish or bullish? Oh, Enrique, you got to go watch my video. I just made it yesterday, right here. Dogecoin September price prediction. You got to watch that video. It's not very long. I say it all right there. And now we're talking about where I'm going to be taking profit later this fall. You got to stay tuned, dude. You think WIF will do well? The Sphere advert? We'll see. You think there'll be one more shot for Doge under 95 or under 9.5? Yesterday might have been it. I don't know. Yesterday might have been it. If we see this up over 10 cents, then we'll be looking at 10 cents as being, in fact, I should probably put a line on here, of 10 cents then being support, right at 10 cents. See if I can get it right. I got to change it. Right. We'll just make it yellow and nice and bold. So resistance now, 10 cents. Get over 10 cents. We'll see whether it holds the support. And then there won't be 9.4 cent Dogecoin again. I still have loop ring. Yeah, still down a lot. But loop ring has been making a nice recovery as well. Loop ring's up 8% today. Look at this. Loop ring is outperforming most alts today. So I'm glad I didn't sell at the bottom. Loop ring up 8%. I got a long ways to go to break even though, but it's a good start. I'll take 8%. 8% a day. Yeah, I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to hold it to the top of the bull market. That's what I'm going to do. 9, 10, 11 cent Doge won't make much difference when it's 75 cents. That's true. Doge gets back up in that level and people are going to be saying, wow, you were buying Doge at 9 cents. And you'll be like, yeah. And don't be like Tony, who's waiting until Doge drops to 6 cents. He's got cash sitting on the sidelines and he's waiting for Dogecoin to drop to 6 cents. And you miss out. I mean, you miss out. I'm not doing airdrops on crypto.com. I hold Crow coins and I have them staked, but that's where I also bought Pepe and the Bone token. I guess you could call Bone token a meme as well, because I couldn't buy it anywhere else. But Pepe, that's where I bought Pepe, because you can't buy Pepe on Coinbase or Robinhood. And so I bought that on crypto.com. So I just hold those two plus the Crow tokens that I stake. And that's what I have on crypto.com. And Pepe is your favorite, I know. And SHIB as well looks ripe for a breakout. Exactly. We look at the SHIB chart and we zoom out on the 4 hour and you're like, this boy is ready to blow. This dip that it just had here actually equaled where it was back on August 19th. So you could almost look at that as a double bottom there. Dogecoin's dip went further than where it was on August 19th. Doge only dropped to 9.9. Yesterday, it came all the way down to 9.4. But this is a good recovery here that's going on right now. The comeback. That's what we're talking about, right? Is Dogecoin ready for a comeback? Yes, I say. Yeah, GameStop still only like from 21 to 23 bucks. It's got a long ways to go. I was buying it in the 30s. So I'm still down on my GameStop. Sheesh, we back. Fear and greed, Doge is neutral. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's been fear. So today probably turned. Yep. What's up? Is anyone trading leverage on SHIB? Sure. Yeah. On Spell token? Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit ago, Johnny. Again, 5,005 now, and it'll go up to 10, double in price. But after that, I don't know. I decided that there were other tokens that I thought will outperform Spell. So I booked my profit on Spell up at 007 before it dropped back down below 005. So yeah, I sold my Spell low roller. I took my profit at 0007. Doshi, Pepe, all at discounts. Absolutely. There's a whale buying Bitcoin every day. Yeah, and that the Mr. 100 guy? Mr. 100. Yes, I sold all my Spell tokens. And that little run up in July, it went up to 007. I said, I'm selling it. I booked a profit. And then it immediately dropped back down below my buy price. Why do things moon after I sell? If you sell your Doge, it'll moon. Okay, sell your Doge then, Subway. Please, sell your Doge. We all want it to moon. Come on. Yeah, I thought so too, Bull Run. Celestia will outperform Spell. You think it's a lottery ticket? A lot of things could be lottery tickets, though. You have $1,000 saved up. Should I risk it all on Doge? So if you're asking that question, I would say maybe do halvesies, right? Between Doge and Bitcoin. I personally think, like I just showed, that the Doge BTC trading pair is so low right now that from here to the top of the bull market, Dogecoin is going to outperform Bitcoin. But you can hold some Bitcoin as well as a hedge, just in case something else happens. I hold both. I also happen to hold a slew of other cryptos, all of which I'm going to be selling, except maybe Sui, because I think Sui has a good chance, once it gets through all of its token unlocks, to be a top 10 crypto. I really believe that. And I want to be on the bandwagon of that one because I missed Toncoin. Toncoin zoomed up into the top 10 and I missed it all. For those that were still holding on to Toncoin, though, after it dropped, I feel sorry for you and I don't know what to say. I don't know what's going to happen with Telegram. I don't know what's going to happen with Toncoin. So I don't know. But I do believe in diversified portfolios and not putting all your eggs in one basket. So if it was my $1,000, I'd put maybe 2/3 or 3/4 into Doge and then the other into Bitcoin. I'm not going to be rebuying Spell token. I'm still worried about this whole abracadabra thing. It's not available in the United States. You can't use it. I think that's a huge part of demand for crypto and crypto products that you can't access in the United States. So no, I'm not going to be rebuying. I made a profit on my Spell token and I moved on. And in this bearish summer that we've had, booking a profit was a good deal, I think. Gives you close to 100,000 Doge if you did it all. That's right. You sold Sui, Say, and Ton. Oh, I thought you were holding on to Say. Yeah, I've got a nice bag of Tia as well. Again, Celestia can overcome its token unlocks and do very well. Raziansky. So I was doing technical analysis on stocks and doing swing trading on stocks before I got into crypto. So a lot of what I look at on the charts was from my stock swing trading days. Again, that's before I got into crypto. I don't do real heavy TA, not like Tom Crown. If you want to look at good TA on crypto charts, I recommend Tom Crown. He's a lot of fun. Keeps it entertaining, not too deep into the totally detailed technical analysis, but he does have a lot of fun with it. I look more at the news and really what's causing prices to go up and down rather than using technical analysis on charts to determine price action. So I come at it from a different direction than just chart TA, because I don't think chart TA means anything. It's all about the news, what's happening in the economy, what's happening with finances, and where is the leverage and the shorting, because that's what it's all about. That's where the money is. No, I held them for over a year, low roller. I held those Spell tokens for a year because I bought them last summer. So that is a long-term capital gain, sir. Is 4,000 USD enough to invest in Doge? Well, Deepak, everybody has a different financial position, right? Different financial standing. People have different expenses. People have different salaries. So everybody's is different. Just remember that Dogecoin is a cryptocurrency. There's a risk and reward. There's a video that I made this morning, which was just that, Dogecoin risk reward, high risk, high reward. And you have to decide whether that $4,000 of how much risk you're willing to take on with that $4,000. Because it's going to be different for other people. For some people, $4,000 is their life savings. And for others, it's pocket change and they can throw it at something like Doge and not worry about it. So it's different for different people. Rodrigo, how are you? What do you think of other YouTubers saying that the high might be end of this year? Again, we look at the from the 4-year cycles, the all-time highs don't hit until the year after the halving. So again, I borrow Rob's chart here, This is Rob from Digital Asset News. And so we saw that Bitcoin halving was in 2012, but Bitcoin didn't hit its all-time high until 2013. 4 years later, Bitcoin halving happened in 2016, but Bitcoin didn't hit its all-time high till 2017. Next 4-year cycle. Bitcoin's halving happened in 2020, but Bitcoin didn't hit its all-time high into 2021. So now we are in 2024, we just had the Bitcoin halving. And I know Bitcoin had a little front run because of the spot ETFs and already eclipsed its previous all-time high this cycle. But that doesn't mean it's not a new all-time high that will eventually be hit next year. Following the 4-year cycles, the all-time high would hit in 2025, not 2024. And I'm still betting on that to happen, which is why I wouldn't be selling my Bitcoin on December 31st, 2024, because 2025 is still yet to come. I'm still trading based on the 4-year cycles. I mean, other YouTubers, they can make a good case for it, certainly. You can think of left translated cycles. You can think of the spot ETFs and the role that they have played in accelerating Bitcoin's price action here early in 2024. All of that, certainly. But that doesn't mean we're done yet. Elon should watch my channel, A-Star. I agree. Should. I give Elon great advice, except Dogecoin. Oh, I know, Bull Run, but the monthly predictions, everybody likes them and they're fun. It gives some entertainment, right? And also allows me to check myself, right? And just not get caught up in the hype and maybe not get caught up in the bearish moods either, and try and be realistic about it and see whether for at least a month I can look ahead and maybe get it right. So 2 out of the last 3 months, I've been pretty close. Within like a few days of the end of the month, I was spot on until we had some dips. But it was close. And so we'll be watching this in September, this white line here. And it'll be interesting to watch how this goes through the month. And is Doge going to be bouncing around this white line? We'll see. That's September for you. Yeah, with technical analysis, you're looking more at where all of these candles have started and stopped in the past, right? But you're not looking at the news behind it. And the news is different today than it was yesterday. And so many times, the actual price action will blow all of the TA analysis out the window. It happens all the time. So that's why I don't do like specific technical analysis based on fib retracements and all that stuff. That's to me, that's arbitrary. Now, every once in a while, it lines up perfect, and we see these TA guys saying, see, it's right on the 1.5 fib or whatever. It's like, okay, you got it right that time. But I don't believe in that. High risk, high reward. Let's get to $1. I like that, Kevin. Or $2, as Omar says. Exactly. Everyone you see doing predictions, it's just what they wish to happen. Well, if I was going to do a prediction of what I wish to happen, right, Dogecoin would go to $1. But I didn't. And even if you saw in my yearly price prediction that I did back in January, I have a realistic outcome at the end of the year. Much more realistic, I think, than anybody else's. So Try and keep it real here. Try and keep it real here anyway. Tom Crown is weird. Oh, Tom's fun. He's having a lot of fun. And yes, Joshua, the 8-ball is always right. You're right. 8-ball. Magic 8-ball is always right. Which did say that Dogecoin was going to hit $1 this cycle, didn't it? It said certainly, if I recall, right? Wasn't it? I don't remember the exact phrase, but yeah. Certainly. Magic 8-ball, always right. Do I think Elon has less of an influence now? I think it has been, but now he's got to actually do something. And as I've been saying, this cycle is more about the actual utility and less on hopium and memes. So just Elon tweeting something about Dogecoin is not having the same impact now as it did 4 years ago. We need to actually see utility, and that's what this cycle is about. Now, everyone's been playing with memes, and memes have come and gone, like a ton of them, because everyone was bored with everything else going on. So I get that. That happened. It's still going on. From Popcat to Mog to, I mean, they come up and they come back down. Some of them stick around for a while. But Doge is the OG. It's still a top 10 cryptocurrency, despite the Bitcoin maxis and others who despise Doge, but still there. It's like, hey, I'm still here. Doge. Still here. But Elon's got to actually do something with it now. And that's what we were talking about here with like Tesla. And I think it's got to be more than just a few merch items this time. Let's make it significant, and maybe for a Tesla car too. And let's get it on X. Let's see X payments actually happen with Dogecoin. That'd be awesome. You still don't want Doge to go down to 8 cents. I don't think it will either. Not only don't I want it to, I don't think it will either. I was getting a little worried yesterday when Doge dropped down here and hit 9.4. I was like, oh God, if it hits 8 cents, oh my God. It was close. 9.4. But this has been a nice recovery up to 10-cent resistance. So that's where Doge now has to get above. How many beers do you usually take down during a live stream? I'm sipping one. It's warm now. But that's what I do. I sip I got a third left here, and it's a little warm. But I got to stay like on target here with my brain, right? Got to keep thinking and responding, talking. Yeah, I remember the cock in you. God. That's another one. Just like, and Snack was the other one. He wouldn't stop talking about Snack all the time. And it was just like, okay, George, got it. You own both of them. You're going to shill them. And you're going to cause other people to lose money. So we need magic Doge balls. Magic Doge balls. Your average for Doge is between 8 and 9 cents. think you'll be all right. I think you'll be all right. Yeah, Davey, we talked about that. Ferrari uses a BitPay, a third party. And so, because they accept a bunch of other cryptocurrencies too. So it's not just Doge. And most likely, they're not actually receiving the Doge from you. You're paying BitPay. And then BitPay pays Ferrari in whatever Ferrari wants to accept. From the business side, they have a choice. They can accept the cryptocurrency directly if they want to, or they can just take fiat. I'm guessing they take fiat. Mark Cuban said for his Dallas Mavericks merch, he was actually taking the cryptocurrency on his end. He wasn't taking the fiat. He was taking the cryptocurrency. So his Dallas Mavericks merchandise store owns Dogecoin and a bunch of other crypto. If he was truthful in that. But yeah, on the business side, you have a choice of taking the crypto or taking fiat. No update yet on the Doge 1 mission, Alex. Haven't heard anything. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of George. I watch him every now and then now. I used to watch him quite a bit more, but all summer long, it's been the same thing. Bitcoin's either crashing or it's about to explode. It's one or the other. Every stream, over and over and over. It's either crashing or it's about to explode. It just gets old. Doge needs a good publicist. When Doge starts moving, everyone will hear about it. Will Doge bounce between 10 and 9.5? Yeah, it's looking like it right now. It's looking like it right now. You like Vivek? Yeah, I've referenced a number of his posts on the live streams. No problem, Davey. I think the Doge community needs to try to trigger Elon Musk to do something big. Well, I mean, these guys are, and Dogecoin are, I mean, Elon follows these guys, right? Elon follows Sir Doge of the coin. And so when it comes to like the Starlink thing, Elon posted that Brazil froze Starlink's bank accounts. And so Sir Doge of the coin said Dogecoin fixes this. And Elon has subscribed to Sir Doge of the coin. And so Elon saw that and said, you make a good point. So it's happening. And CB Doge is the other one that Elon follows and typically responds to. Now it's like, come on, Elon, let's follow through now. Let's do it. And maybe he will. And maybe he will. And this, Matt, is why I'm so convinced that Dogecoin is going to do well. He's only the richest person in the world and has some of the most successful businesses in the world with huge reach. And he follows these Dogecoin guys on X Twitter. And he's done it before. That's why. So yeah, I'm going to be in this bandwagon. Now, I do have a lot of other cryptocurrencies, right? It's not all Doge. It's only about 25%. My overall portfolio is Dogecoin. But I'm there. Let's do it. You don't watch George anymore? Yep. A lot of clickbait around YouTube. It's hard to run an actual kind of realistic channel here, like I try to do, and I don't get all the views that those guys get. The clickbait gets all the views, and I don't do that. So that's okay. We got a great community here, trying to keep it real. With something like Dogecoin, of course, it's like, I mean, it is what it is, right? It's a meme coin. But when Dogecoin starts doing this, you're going to have all those other fanboys all starting to do Dogecoin videos that aren't doing them now, or I did them through this whole bear market. I was here. So I won't get the views those guys. Just back like 2021 when Andre Chick and that other guy, Graham Stephan, right? They made Dogecoin videos and got hundreds of thousands of views, right? And good for them. Whatever. For the most part, they didn't really know what they were talking about. Half of the facts that they were spewing out were wrong. That's the way it goes, though. That's all right. I'm having fun. I don't know who Vision Pulsed is. He's very bullish, probably a little more bullish, and he does have some clickbaity kind of things. But I just referenced one of his tweets here, and it's a pretty good one, actually. So he does have some good stuff. But this is a great one I talked about earlier. You guys should scroll back about an hour of this live stream. And I went over this chart in great detail, and it's huge. And this is how Dogecoin trades. So yeah, it's a good chart. I did enjoy my Labor Day. I have a nice clean car now, inside and out. Got it all detailed. Nice and clean. Matt's going to be more efficient using spreadsheets. Spreadsheets are your friend. Spreadsheets, come on. Every purchase is logged. All my Doge, well, this is the Kriss DCA portfolio. My spreadsheet of my own personal portfolio is very similar to this. All the DCAing of Dogecoin. Here's Jasmy. We were buying Jasmy. Let's see, a year ago. What's the date today? The 2nd. What did we buy? On the 4th, we bought Dogecoin at 6.2 cents. Jasmy, we bought on September 8th at 0.00378. See where Bitcoin was. On the 4th, we bought Bitcoin at 25,831. That was a pretty good price. What else a year ago? We got some XRP a year ago. Huh. 50 cents. What a deal. 50 cents for XRP. What else did we get? We got some Matic at 60. At 53. Huh. What's Matic at now? 40. We're way down on Matic. It's at 40. ETH. Let's see. ETH was at 1627, so we're up on that. We got some Algorand at 9.3 cents. So we're up on that. Litecoin at 63. That's not so great. It's at 65 now. And look at Sheeb. 0.000076. That's a good price. So yeah, we were a year ago, we were buying all this crypto, and I was logging each purchase on the spreadsheet That's how I keep track of all my crypto. You went camping this weekend. Awesome. Hope you had good weather. Didn't get rained on. He's subtly pushing it, but eventually he needs to actually use it. Let's see that utility. The response is just, again, it's just a tweet. He needs to actually do something with it, incorporate it, use it. Hey, Jason's in the house. What's up? You're at 25% Bitcoin? Yeah, my Bitcoin is like 10%. I don't even know the exact percentage. It's down a little ways. Should you buy more? That's your question. Why don't we ask the Magic 8 Ball? Should a little jet buy more Dogecoin? Should we do that? That'll be a good 8 Ball question. You got an extra $100 or $200. If you guys want a Magic 8 Ball to answer Lil Jet's question, let me know. Yeah, BTC, 25K 1 year ago. And we were buying it. That's right. 25K 1 year ago. Everything up except that XRP and Matic. Litecoin only up just a fraction. But Bitcoin, Jasmine, those were good buys. And Render too. We made a lot on Render. Pull Run says buy Pepe. Oh, you're cruising around on an Amazon van? Cool. Elon seems to be hinting at him doing something big. I know. He does. But it's been a lot of hinting for years. He's been hinting. It's like, come on, man. Let's do it. Come on, Elon. Let's do it. Let's do it. Make it real. All right. Should Lil Jet buy Dogecoin with his money right now? Should he buy right now? We got a little dip happening, 9.8 cents. Should Lil Jet, we're asking his Magic 8 Ball now. Okay. While you're driving in your Amazon van, we've got a Magic 8 Ball here. We're asking the Magic 8 Ball. Should Lil Jet buy Dogecoin now? Magic 8 Ball says, my reply is no. No. Magic 8 Ball thinks that Doge is going to dip a little more. So there you go, Lil Jet. Magic 8 Ball just answered your question. Said, no, do not buy right now. So Magic 8 Ball says, wait. All right. This Magic 8 Ball is just as good as all of those YouTubers. You got that, right? Magic 8 Ball. Chris Pax's Magic 8 Ball right there. Just as good as all those other YouTubers. That's right, Jason. So, told Lil Jet not to buy Doge at 988. Magic 8 Ball said that. I know. Magic 8 Ball says not right now. Says to wait. That means there's going to be another dip, according to the Magic 8 Ball. So you wait for the dip. I'll bet you can get it at 9.7, maybe even 9.6. Exactly. Magic 8 Ball is much better than all those YouTubers. Exactly. Yeah, I got G-Man too. Sold. I mean, what else are you going to use to make your decisions, right? What else are you going to use? It's like, okay, Magic 8 Ball. Let's see what's going on overall right now. I haven't checked. Let me refresh CoinMarketCap. Let's see what's moving right now. Over 24 hours, what's up the most? Ordi, Mantra, Sats, Popcat. Oh, Popcat's coming back. Back in the top 100. Uniswap, Aave, Flow, Bitcoin SV. What, BSV? And here's Algorand. Yay! Algorand moving up to 12.5 cents. Remember, we were buying it at 9 cents a year ago for Algorand. That was a good price. 12 cents is a pretty decent price too. And here's HBAR. Here you go, Bull Run. HBAR starting to move here. Back over 5 cents. HBAR's got a long ways to go. Remember 18 cents? Remember that 18-cent HBAR didn't sell? Oh, I still regret that. I knew that BlackRock thing wasn't going to be right. Should have sold. All right, what are the losers? Dogs. IMX, yeah, immutable. Toncoin, still hurting. Beam, Tron, Monero, and Sui. Ouch on Sui. Again, it's more of those token unlocks for Sui. Here's Akash Bull Run. Akash is in the red here. Your Algorand is below 9 cents. Nice. Yeah, so that's what's going on in the top and bottom. What is the highest position Doge was on? Doge hit number 4, if I recall. We can go on to CoinMarketCap, and we can say, where was the history? It's under cryptocurrency. We say historical snapshots, and we go to 2021, and we say May 2nd. I think it was around May 2nd, right? Let's see, 2021, May 2nd. Dogecoin was number 6 then, but it was only 37 cents on May 2nd. So we need to change it to May 7th. See if they've got a snapshot of the 7th. There it is, number 4. See, guys, Kriss remembers this stuff. You guys ask me, but Kriss remembers this stuff. Dogecoin, number 4. It was 68 cents a Doge. And this is like at the end of the day. So it had actually spiked up to 73 and then came back to 68. Its market cap was $88 billion. $88 billion, number 4. It was above XRP by a lot. Above Tether. Look at that. So there you go. Look at that. Over 7 days, it was up over 100%. Up over 100% in 7 days. The Doge. Yeah, so that's as high as it got. It was number 4. So it can do that again. Doge could be back up there again. Of course, Tether's a lot more now. Look at Tether. Tether's market cap then was 54 billion. And now Tether is 118 billion. It's more than doubled in market cap. Wow. But yeah, if Dogecoin got back to 68 cents, it would be right up here. Back to number 4. but instead of being behind BNB, it would be over BNB, but it would be under Tether at 68 cents. Hey, that works for me. Go to 68 cents. I'll take that. 68 cent Doge. 69 would be better though, wouldn't it? 69. I mean, come on. 69. Praying for the day of the big run. Yeah, KB. It can happen. All right, gang, that's what we've got for today. Hey, happy Labor Day for those in the States, those around the world. Hope you enjoyed your Monday or your Tuesday morning, whichever. I'll be back again Wednesday live, 4 o'clock East Coast time in the United States. And also, we'll be doing a video between now and then. So do tune in for that. I hope everybody is holding on, doing well. We'll get there. Patience is hard. These things take time. It's still September. It's early in September. We got a ways to go, but the comeback could already be starting. We'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.